Marketing techniques have changed dramatically since the invention of the internet, but there are still a handful of rules to follow for success. We're going to take a look at the 4 E's of social media marketing. The next E of social media marketing is evolve. This particular E is double-pronged. On one hand, evolve means to change, but on the other hand, it means to adapt. Both concepts are extremely important to social media marketing. Alfred Sloan became the president of General Motors in 1923, at a time when the Ford Model T dominated the market. Ford held an overwhelming 60% share compared to GM's severely lacking 12%. Sloan combated Ford by offering what his competitor wouldn't: different makes and models for different people. See, Henry Ford streamlined the automobile with his assembly line and cost efficiency. Alfred Sloan, on the other hand, decided to appeal to the wants rather than the needs of the consumer, offering different levels of cost and a variety of styles. Sloan became the pioneer of the new model, stamping a date on the current model destined to be obsolete in a short amount of time. While the new model may not have added anything in actual mechanical upgrades, it was different and new, and therefore desirable. Now, this concept is known as Sloanism. And think about this, it's not just about the latest car. This idea reaches to almost every single type of product out there. When was the last time a year had passed without a brand new fast food sandwich or ice cream flavor or even a new shiny iPad or iPhone? Latest has become synonymous with greatest. Here comes the rub. Adaptation is done for survival, and sometimes refusing to change can be deadly. Consider the case of Kodak. George Eastman invented Kodak in 1888 and ran the company based on the razor and blade strategy. That is, the cameras were inexpensive, but they required films and other products to be used, and that is where the money was made. This was an amazingly successful strategy, all the way up until the point where film was no longer a commodity. Digital cameras didn't require film, and no film meant no Kodak, forcing the company to file Chapter 11 in 2012. But what if I told you that Kodak actually invented the first digital camera way back in 1975? Nearly 90 years after the company's inception, they developed the next big step in film evolution. Of course, tragically, Kodak would never actually take that step until it was too late. There's a variety of reasons why Kodak did not try to further develop the digital camera. Lack of personal computers at the time or other ways to see the images was high on the list. Ultimately, however, Kodak was scared that the technology would threaten their death grip on the photographic film business, so they killed the project. How does this apply to social media marketing? You know, I don't know if there's a more important concept to consider. With social media and the internet, things are changing rapidly. Almost daily there's a new social media site out there or a new app on the marketplace. Some are good, some are just destined to fail. You know, also, don't be afraid to mix up what you're currently doing. Throw out the new model. I mean, even if all you're doing is splashing a new coat of paint on something, remember, newer is always better. Consider this. The next big thing might already be out there, and only a handful of people are going to know about it. And when it hits, which side are you going to be on? Those refusing to jump on board, writing it off as the latest fad? Or will you be the bold innovator, willing to test out the water and see just how far the wave will take you? Kodak was right to be concerned that the digital camera could hurt them, but they were wrong in their refusal to change. Much like Henry Ford, they kept just pumping out the same generic model year after year after year. Don't be afraid to change. In fact, embrace it.